Alfred Beginner Level 1, page 63. The song is Joy to the World. Let's take a quick listen to it, and then we'll talk about the details. Okay, a couple things with this one. We're learning a new dynamic sign. If you look at the top of the page, it says fortissimo, or 2 Fs. So when we get there, you should be playing really loud if you want. I typically don't on my videos because for some reason I have a very cheap camera and it freaks out the audio. So when you get to that very end, I'll do it. See if it messed up the audio. But it's basically the second measure of the second bar. And it says FF there. So we start off at forte. And the one thing you got to keep in mind when you're doing these types of dynamics is if you're starting off at forte, make sure there's room for fortissimo. So if you start super loud and there's nowhere to go louder, or it's going to be extremely hard to go louder, then maybe you've started too loud. So keep that in mind. Play around with your range a little bit. Now if you notice at the beginning of that song, that was a C scale. We crossed under. The right hand should be ready. 3 beats, 3 beats, and then that big old fortissimo with the pedal and a fermata. So we're holding that out as long as you want, but typically maybe 4 or 5, something like that. And then we're doing, if you look at this part, we're doing another scale, kind of. There was the cross. And it's a rather quick cross because it's on an 8th note, so be ready for that. The left hand should be at this point moved up to middle C position, and we're doing another scale type thing. We had to cross under. And then we're back in C position down here, and we're finishing off with C chords and G7s. We also have an octave interval in there at the very last bar. Let's look at that. There was that octave. Another cross. So there's a lot of little things going on here. We're getting much closer to kind of how the real world plays real music, not these little easy things that we were playing in the very beginning of the book. So we're doing a lot more complicated things where we're crossing over and moving around the piano, and that's kind of what we're shooting for. That's our goal. So just remember, fortissimo's FF. Be good at your scales before you try this piece. If you're having a lot of trouble crossing under, it means you're not good at the scale yet. Go back and review that. Alright, thanks for watching, and this concludes Joy to the World.